the world is grappling with another record-breaking pandemic that most people are largely unaware of. It's avian influenza.
Scientists isolate human gene able to fend off most bird flu viruses. But what is bird flu and how it spread to human? Bird flu or avian flu is an infection type of influenza that spread among birds. In rare cases, it can affect humans. There are lots of different strains of bird flu viruses. Most of them don't infect humans, but there are 4 strains that have caused concern in recent years. Those are H5N1 since 1997, H7N9 since 2013, H5N6 since 2014 and H5N8 since 2016. Although H5N1, H7N9 and H5N6 don't infect people easily and aren't usually spread from human to human, several people have been infected around the world, leading to a number of deaths. In February 2021, H5N8 was found to have infected a small number of people for the first time in Russia. Bird flu is spread by close contact with the infected bird, dead or alive. This includes touching infected birds, touching, dropping or breeding, killing or preparing infected popularity for cooking. Markets where live birds are sold can also be a source of bird flu. Avoid visiting these markets if you are traveling to countries that have had an outbreak of bird flu. You cannot catch bird flu through eating fully cooked poultry or eggs, even in areas with an outbreak of bird flu. Recent time in UK, bird flu are spread rapidly and the researchers research about it very carefully. Researchers in the UK have focused on a human gene that is thought to prevent the majority of avian flu viruses from the infecting humans. Wild birds like ducks and gulls are the main carriers of bird flu, but it can also spread to farm birds and domestic birds like chickens, turkeys and quails. Although these viruses mostly harm birds, they can occasionally infect humans who came into close contact with diseased birds as well as bird predators. A group of researchers from the MRC University of Glasgow Centers for Virus Research examined hundreds of genes that are typically expressed by human cells and contrast their behavior when exposed to either avian flu viruses or seasonal human viruses. They generally focused on the BTN3A3 gene, which is expressed in both the upper and lower human respiratory tract. The gene, which researchers dubbed B-Force, was discovered to prevent the replication of the majority of bird flu strains in human cells. The antiviral action of the gene, however, was effective against seasonal human flu viruses. This gene is a component of a large system of defense the human immune system has against virus from birds. The 1918 to 1919 global flu pandemic and all other human influenza pandemic were brought on by influenza viruses that were resistant to BTN3A3. Therefore, the gene seems to be a major determinant of whether any bird flu strain has the capacity to create a human influenza pandemic, according to the researcher. The fact that viruses can change does not preclude the possibility that BTN3A3 resistant avian flu viruses could develop in the future. Early this year, the H5N1 strain of bird flu, which spread quickly among wild birds and has been infecting and killing a range of animal species, caused alarm over the possibility of a pandemic affecting humans. Only a few human instances have been documented thus far, according to the World Health Organization or WHO. According to the Professor Massimo Palmarini, the corresponding author of the study published in the scientific journal Nature, almost 50% of the H5N1 strain now circulating globally in 2023 are resistant to the BTN3A3. Sam Wilson, a co-senior author of the study, stated, "This is the kind of things which we should be paying particularly attention to as an elevated level of risks." In this channel, we discuss different topics and made videos. If you enjoy this, please follow us and subscribe our channel. Thank you.